Renee, hi there. I'm finally getting the chance to do your reading. Sorry it's taken me so long. Thank you for your patience. I had some health issues I was dealing with. Nothing serious. Um, just kind of some silly little infections that I had to get worked out. Please excuse the little mess going on back there. Whatever, doesn't matter. You're not gonna judge me. So, I hope you're doing well. Um, And yeah, like I said, thank you for your patience. I've had a lot of readings and chart analysis to do, so I've really been staying busy. I appreciate your support, and I hope that this reading finds you well, and that we can kind of get into some of that stuff that you told me you wanted to focus on. I think it said you got engaged, so congratulations. I hope that that's going well for you. And you're helping raise a teenager, which that sounds like hard work. But I'm sure you're doing a great job. So we're going to focus on you. We're going to focus on your energies around maybe, switching up your jobs. You mentioned using your hobbies to make money, which I definitely suggest. Ever since I started doing this as kind of a job, it's been really, really fulfilling and awesome. Okay, so we're getting messages for Renee. Woo! It's too many cards. They all wanted to jump out there at me. Messages for Renee. Messages for Renee. Hope you're holding up all right through all this virus nonsense. It's been really scary and a lot of weird changes. Okay, we got some stuff going on here. Okay, I'm going to just start with a few cards here, and then we'll describe those, what we see in those. So I start with the Judgment card here. And basically the Judgment card is sort of just how it sounds. It could be that you have been really hard on yourself, that you aren't allowing yourself enough kind of leeway or enough freedom to just be yourself. And it could also talk a lot about negative self-talk. So if that applies to you, I want you to just try and do positive affirmations. It might sound silly, but maybe get some sticky notes and write really positive things to yourself, about yourself, and stick them up around, because reading those things and thinking about those things and having these positive affirmations and thinking about ourselves in positive ways and reminding ourselves that we're trying our best and that we're doing good, I think that's really important. So when I see the Judgment card, it just sort of maybe tells me that there are some decisions you've had to make recently where it was tough decisions that you were having to make, and that maybe your self-talk or the way you were kind of treating your self-worth didn't make those things easier. So yeah, I think with that, I just want to say, give yourself some space to make mistakes. Give yourself some space to just be who you are without overly judging yourself or being overly critical of yourself. That was the first big message I got in the reading. Then I got the Page of Cups in reverse. So the Page of Cups generally talks to me about feelings and emotions, but when I see this card in reverse, I kind of see a bit of an overwhelming sense. So it could be talking about the struggles you've been having with your anxiety or with depression. And so what I see here is that there are some blocks. There are some things from your past that you need to work out still. And good ways of doing that are definitely talking to a therapist or talking to a professional, or even seeking guidance, with these sorts of readings, or kind of self-care, I think, is definitely a big part of it. And also kind of releasing these attachments, releasing the resentments that you have for yourself and for the people in your life who've hurt you. Because when I see this card, like I said, it is a lot of blocks, a lot of old hurt that you haven't let go of yet. And that if you want to move forward and if you want to progress and, if you want to get better, then there's going to have to be a lot of digging deep and kind of thinking about those old experiences and sort of releasing yourself from those attachments and sort of realizing that was in the past. These things that happened, or the hurt that was done to me, or the bad things that happened to me, that does not define me now. And who I am now is a much stronger version of who I was then because of those experiences. And realize that all of those things have sort of had this snowball effect and have brought us to where we are right now. And so I think the faster you can try and think about those things as just a part of your past and not something that defines where you're going or where you're at, I think the better off you'll be. And I know that's easier said than done, but just do some reflecting and some thinking. And like I said with the judgment card, I think some positive self-talk and some positive affirmations are well in order. So I want you definitely writing some positive messages to yourself. One of my favorite quotes from Erykah Badu is that spelling is a spell. And so if you write things down and you want to manifest positive things and you want to manifest positive affirmations for yourself, you've got to write those things down because that's the fastest way to bring those things to fruition. So if you're saying and writing down positive things to yourself, that's the fastest way in your subconscious and in your conscious that you're going to realize that those things are true and you're going to really believe those things. Which we all deserve, to love ourselves and to be happy with ourselves. And I really want that for you. So next I have the Fool card, which I think the Fool kind of gets this negative connotation, but truth be told, this Fool card just talks to me about a new beginning. So I think that's a very positive sign, especially when thinking about changing careers, because when I see the Fool, I see you're brand new to something. So new doors are opening, new opportunities are showing up, and the Fool is all about just being new at something and starting from square one and kind of starting over. And, this could be about turning a new leaf as far as your self-respect goes, or turning a new leaf as far as, finding a new career and realizing that you do have what it takes, and it's never too late and you're never stuck. You're never stuck in jobs that you don't like. I mean, I know it feels like it sometimes, like money is important, but truth be told, you gotta spend your time working towards things you love and things you like. So when I see this Fool card, it's just a good reminder that give yourself the chance, give yourself the freedom to start over and to start anew and to, be new at something. So if there's a sort of job that you were thinking you want to go after, this is a sign to me that you should totally do it. Or even just get out there, write a couple of new resumes. If you want to work in something in service, write a resume that's dedicated to service. If you want to work in social work, write a resume that's dedicated to social work, and just start looking for opportunities, because this Fool tells me that there are opportunities out there and there are doors waiting to be opened, and that you should take leaps of faith and, move forwards, move towards those things. So overall, this is a really good message. Okay, so we're going to draw a few more cards here for you. I hope that those first few messages were relatable and were a little helpful. Okay, further messages. Further messages for Renee. I'm using the Aquarian deck for you today. This is one of my favorite decks that I have. It's really cute artwork, and I just really like the feel of it and the energy of it. It just felt like the right deck to use for you today. Okay, these cards wanted to pop out, so we're going to let them. All right. So I see the Three of Rods here. And this card kind of just talks to me about you looking out and looking over all the things that you've been through and all of the things that have led you to where you are. And then sort of accepting those things, moving on from those things, and then looking out in turn then onto the new opportunities in front of you. And sort of just understanding and realizing and having this realization that the world is your oyster. And just like the last cards were kind of saying, you're not stuck. As much as we feel stuck, a lot of that is just mental blocks that we're giving ourselves or that we put in the way for ourselves. So this card to me is sort of just a reminder that you've overcome so much and that that hasn't stopped and that that hasn't ended. So there will be more that you will overcome. There will be more struggles, but there will also be more beauty and more connection to ourselves and to the people we love and to new opportunities. So that's a really positive card. I like to see that. Next, I got the Two of Swords, which just tells me that there's a little bit of like disillusionment or a sense of, like her eyes are covered, sort of not knowing exactly what it is you need to be striving for or fighting for. So I'm guessing there's just a little bit of confusion within you, maybe a lot of confusion. It's not uncommon about what path to take or which way to go next, or sort of this feeling of where do I go from here, especially with all that's going on right now. I think it's a good time to pause and just really sort of take note, pros and cons, think about, if this is a job that I'm working that I'm feeling miserable at, what direction can I go in, to find something that suits me better or something that I like more. So this card just sort of talks about, like I said, sort of not seeing the clear path ahead or not exactly knowing or understanding which way to go next. So that's definitely something that I want you to just think about. And like I was saying, I sort of get to sounding like a broken record, but the importance of writing things down, I think it's really a powerful practice. So, just kind of do some journaling, take some notes. That really helps get your thoughts in order. And I think that's the best way to start manifesting new opportunities and new ways of bringing goodness and bringing fulfillment into our lives. I think a lot of our brains are really scattered and all over the place, and so that brings a lot of very scattered and all over the place manifestations. So it makes perfect sense. And so if we want to bring specific and more orderly and more stable things into our lives, we need to get our minds on that page first. So yeah, the next card I got for you is the Seven of Pentacles. The Pentacles talk about money. This is in reverse. So Seven of Pentacles normally is just kind of about hard work and sort of seeing results for that. But when I see it in reverse, it kind of just talks to me about not necessarily money being a big problem for you, but you having a problem with the way that you're making money and thinking like, I don't want to be stuck making money in this way or working in this system that doesn't feel like it's working for me. So I want to get a little bit of a clarifier on that. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles for me. Some advice, please, on the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, okay. I got the World card as some advice. So essentially, I think what this is saying is that there are a lot of mental blocks around your work and around your money that need to be lifted. So you have to believe that there's another job out there that you can do. You have to believe that, this isn't the only thing. This isn't the only thing that you can do to make money. And this card is just a reminder that there's a whole world of possibility out there. And you just have to open your eyes to those things and open your mind to those things and start to move towards those things. And just really believe in yourself. I think that's a big reminder card of that. Just really know that whatever you put your mind to and whatever you put your efforts to, you're very capable of. Next I have the Nine of Rods in reverse. So the Nine of Rods to me is just about focus and is about kind of a little bit of what I was talking about before, this energy of kind of needing to get your ducks in a row or needing to get your energy, more in order so that you can manifest things in a stable and more sense-making way. Because right now, with everything all over the place, you won't be able to manifest things that way. Things are just going to be crazy and all over the place in that same sense. So this card is definitely a reminder with it being in reverse, it kind of shows me that there is a lack of focus. And so I think the overall energy here in this reading for you today has been this really big need for focus. And this really big need for kind of setting your intentions with more intention. So if that makes sense, kind of what I mean is setting goals intentionally and having specific things in mind of what you want to do and steps you want to move towards. And I think that is going to be a surefire way to kind of make things happen that you want. So this card was upside down in the deck, and so I wanted to bring it out because it looked like it wanted to be read. You know, it was kind of sitting in the deck opposite of all the other cards. So I think this is definitely a message that wants to be seen by you, and it's the Ace of Pentacles upright, which is a really good positive message as far as career and money goes. So what this tells me is that there could be a big opportunity coming your way as far as career and money goes, and it could be something you've had your eye on or you've been thinking of, or what's going to happen is you're going to go kind of searching for different jobs and things, and you're going to find something that's absolutely perfect for you. This is a really positive, good omen card. So definitely wishing you the best as far as work goes, and I would definitely say it looks like all signs are a go for you being able to find something that you like more, and maybe even something that pays you a lot more is kind of what it's feeling like. So I hope that's true, and I'll end the reading out here just by showing the very bottom of the deck. And so what I have at the very bottom of the deck here is the Tower, which talks all about a big change happening, but things needing to kind of fall apart before a big change can happen. So things are going to get worse before they can get better. So it's sort of almost, you know, with having this one card just show up, the Ace of Pentacles, about jobs and money and career, it sounds like something is going to have to end. So the job that you're at now that you're not liking, that's going to have to be put on the wayside, totally thrown on the curb in order for this new big opportunity to come in. The Tower also talks to me about sort of breaking down these negative cycles. So, you know, as far as anxiety and depression goes, I'm really sorry that you have to deal with that. I know it's really hard. I deal with it a lot myself. And this Tower card sort of just tells me there needs to be a breakdown within yourself. You know, some sort of fall that's going to lead to the rebuild and the rising up of. And it's going to be hard and it's going to be tough, but there's going to be a lot of digging deep and discovering these dark parts of yourself that are hard to think about and hard to look at. Just sort of taking a look at those things and facing them and not being afraid of them. So yeah, that is the reading that I have for you today. Again, thank you so much for your patience. If you have any questions at all or would like to talk about the reading, I'm here. And thank you again for your support. I hope you have a great day. Bye.